लो जी बुरकन चेयर बुरकन। ਹੈਲੋ ਗਾਇਸ, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਮ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਚੱਲੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿਟੀ ਟੂਰ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਨੀਅਰ ਹੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਬੱਸ ਸਟਾਪ, ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੈਠਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਸਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਟੂਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। 3-4 ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇਖੋ ਉਹਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਤਾ 3-4 ਹੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ, ਬਾਕੀ ਦਿਖਾਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਵੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਲੇਟ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੱਲ ਲੇਟ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸੀ ਥੋੜੇ ਖਾਣਾ ਖਾਣ ਵੇਲੇ, ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਚੱਲੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਬਾਕੀ ਬਣੇ ਰਹੋ ਚੈਨਲ ਤੇ, ਲਾਈਕ ਕਰਿਓ, ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਿਓ, ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾइब करियो। लो जी देखो सही लग रहा मैं, हाँ जी। बाकी हम चले हैं तो दिखाने तुहानू। लो जी चले हम सिटी टूर वास्ते। हाँ हाँ जी लो जी, पंजाबी अपने भरा की दुकान हरियाणे तो, हरियाणे जरूर आए उन्होंने दुकान पर, बहुत वधिया लो जी फाइनली चले अज सिटी टूर वास्ते। और शॉप वगैरह इतों मिलता समान सारा। निकले पंजाबी भरा की दुकान से समान लिता है, तो बहुत जैनुअन प्राइस दिता सानू, मतलब जिथे 12 फ्रैंक्स उन्हें 8 लिते। लो जी देखो जर्मनी मतलब स्विट्जरलैंड, हाँ जी घूमती भी है। लो जी इतों जाना टूर अपना, वो पहाड़ी इलाका। हम उधर उधर जावांगे, हम इधर क्रॉसिंग करांगे, क्रॉसिंग करके तो वो सिटी वापस जावांगे। वो लेक है जी। लो जी बहुत चीपस रेट मिल जाता है जे अगर करोगे तुसी, मतलब घट वध कराओगे। आ टूर जांदियां बसां। लो जी साडी टिकट टाइम है 2:15 का, तो वेटिंग रूम च बैठे हैं। लो जी बैठे हैं, हम वेटिंग 10-15 मिनट वेट करांगे, दैन असीं चलांगे बस नंबर दस्सांगे थोड़ी देर से 2 बजे, तो फिर चलांगे बस ते। बाकी देखते हैं कितना रहा टूर, तो बने रहो, लाइक करें, शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें। आ गए हैं बस से चले हम सिटी टूर वास्ते, बस च बह गए।
Today we would have a very beautiful day, but suddenly I just look outside and see that the sun is shining, and of course what I like to do is to introduce ourselves. I am here with the best driver in our company. His name is
Orlando.
Could you hear that? Mr. Orlando, a 5'8", a strong voice. He is really the best in the company, so you don't have to fear them. This is a very important place. Maybe in the future someone will ask you, hey, where did you take your bus or to go around Geneva? Where can I take buses to go somewhere else? Station. But bus station, we have some bus stations, 3 or 4 bus stations around. But each of them has a name. And this one is Place d'Orsay. Now, the city is in Switzerland. And of course, this is the best place. But only by bus, not by, plane. As you can see, there are no planes over there. It's not the airport. Now, dear ladies and gentlemen, we are driving along this avenue, which of course is in a very popular neighborhood. If you look at here, you can see that the people are all smiling. Just look at the people walking around the streets. This is the most popular, international, cosmopolitan neighborhood, dear ladies and gentlemen. The name, Le Paquis. Paquis is the name of this neighborhood around here. You have restaurants, you have everything here, including McDonald's on your right side, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken on your left side. So if you like this kind of food, you may just come here. We are not far from our office, and mainly from this building here in front of us. That building is the most important train station in Geneva, dear ladies and gentlemen. You can see the name is written over there. Cornavant. Please do not word ending with I and N. Pronounce it instead of in. So this is the reason why it is Cornavant and not Cornavin. And from here, you can take any kind of public transportations to go around Geneva. Buses, tramways, trolleys, and of course taxis as well. But of course, I will speak to you about taxis later on. So when you go inside the station, you take the train. Trains will take you wherever you want to go in Switzerland, Zurich, Bern, Basel. The journey from here to Geneva Airport. You will not believe me, dear ladies and gentlemen, but I can tell you, the time you will spend to reach Geneva Airport from this station, which is the best time, the best way to go to Geneva Airport, is 7 minutes. 7 minutes is the time you need to reach Geneva Airport from the Cornavant station, by train, of course. And the price, hey Gabriel, how much should you pay? Should I pay for 7 minutes? Not much, dear ladies and gentlemen. 3 Swiss francs. 3 Swiss francs is the price we pay here for the use of any public transportations, buses, tramways, trolleys, and the train from this station to Geneva Airport. You pay 3 Swiss francs and you will be entitled to be inside the public transportation for 1 hour. After the hour, if you did not reach your destination and you need to stay inside the public transportation, of course, you will have to pay another 3 Swiss francs. Not 2 Swiss francs, no, 3 Swiss francs. Wherever you 3 Swiss francs, no matter where you are. You may be 1 kilometer from your destination or 1 meter from your destination. Yes, it is a matter of time, dear ladies and gentlemen. And the time is and 6,343 people living here. 506,343 people living in Geneva. This is the reason why we are almost arriving at the international district, starting by the building you are seeing here on your right side. This blue building, ending here. If you can read French, it is written over there in French. On the other side, it's written in English. Because here, in Geneva, most of the international organizations use English and French as working languages. So this is the reason, at least here in Geneva. I don't know about in other countries. It is the United Nations High Commissioner for the refugees. It is here where they deal with problems concerning refugees. I mean, they try to help them by giving them assistance in many different fields. I mean, a place to work sometimes, and money sometimes. Yes, the refugees do get some money. Actually, when they come to Geneva, they go there. Can you see these wooden buildings on your right side? This is the place where they put the refugees when they come to Geneva. They are in a very good living way over there, dear ladies and gentlemen. People, my friends will tell me, hey Gabriel, how can they resist, winter being there and survive? No, they do not survive. They live there because they have all the assistance from the government of Geneva and the organizations that deal with this kind of subjects. Now we are already in the international district. You are going to see that all these buildings around here are international organizations. Nobody lives around here, dear ladies and no people, no private properties around. All these are reserved for international organizations. On your left side, you are seeing the ITU, the first one, which is the International Telecommunication Union, the first international organization being created in the world in 1865. All these 3 buildings, the tower you are seeing over there, it's also part of the ITU, the International Telecommunications Union. In the 1800s, when it was created, it had the name of International Telegraphic Union. Telegraphic because, we did not have the new technologies we have today. But later, with more responsibilities, they changed the name from International Telegraphic for International Change but the initials are still the same. As you can see, ITU Telegraphic. There's another international organization, the WIPO. The WIPO is the World Intellectual Property Organization. It is here, dear ladies and gentlemen, where they protect all that has to do with the intellectual property, trademark, copyrights, names of big companies, as well as books and music. For the musicians and the writers, they have to come here and register their works. Otherwise, plagiarism, jogging, you will end up at the border with France in 5 minutes. If you are not, you will spend 15 minutes, but you will be there at the border with France. And here we have this magnificent hotel on your left side, the Intercontinental Hotel, which is the most prestigious hotel of Geneva. This is a hotel that hosts most of the time presidents, ministers, government members, Nobel Peace Prizes, sport personalities when they stay here in the Intercontinental Hotel. It is a very luxurious international hotel. I believe they are everywhere and you know it very well. 333 guest rooms are there for the guests, and persons love staying here because from here they can walk to the United Nations, and if they have to go back to their countries in a situation of urgency from the Intercontinental to Geneva Airport, which is at the end of this street, they would spend, like this car over there, 5 minutes. 5 minutes they would be at Geneva Airport. But we are not going there, dear ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to take you to Geneva Airport. You know Geneva Airport already. Let's stick to Geneva. I mean, we are going to see the interior of the international land. No, it is not a church, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is the ecumenical center, the Council of Churches. Of course, it has to do with churches. 350 churches are members of this organization, which of course is a very important one, created in 1948. Ecolint is the International School of Geneva, the first school to have the name international. You can see École Internationale. So the word international was introduced in 1924 when it was created by the workers of the International Labour Organization and the League of Nations. It is designed for the children of the people who work here in the international organizations, as well as the children of diplomats. UNESCO, it is white and red window building over there. This is UNESCO. UNESCO is the United Nations organism for education, science and culture. It is part of the United Nations. It is in Paris, in France. The last building is the International Organization for Migrations. I mean, the waves of people moving from one place to another in search of better life. And in front of us, dear ladies and gentlemen, another magnificent building. The tree, I mean the small green over there and the other over here. This is not the United Nations, it is the WHO, the World Health Organization. And the World Health Organization is the organization that was created to, to find ways of eradicating many of the diseases that have been ravaging the world. You may remember, dear ladies and gentlemen, a few years ago, I mean 2 or 3 years ago, they have just fighting against a very serious disease that have been. And here on your right side, you have the International Labour Organization, dear ladies and gentlemen, this colossal building over there, which is of course the second international organization being established here in Geneva. They came here in 1920 from London. 1920, dear ladies and gentlemen. None of us in these bars were part of this world, but the organization was there already. And since then, they have just been doing a very good job. This is the organization that protected children and still protect children from hard labor. This is the organization that promotes equality in a working place between genders. You can see that nowadays ladies are becoming CEOs in companies. They are being heads of state in doing things. all of this is happening, we do not realize, but thanks to the efforts made by the International Labour Organization, which, by the way, was awarded, the organization was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1969 because of the work it has been doing. A very interesting and important international organization of the world. On our right side, this is the International Management Hotel School. Ask me, hey Gabriel, why are you showing us a hotel school? What do we have to do with it? A lot. You have to a lots of things to do with this school because you are staying in Geneva in different hotels. Just remember, dear ladies and gentlemen, the people who are providing you with excellent, not good services, but excellent services in the different hotels you are staying, and I'm sure you are very happy. Years, and then they join hotel. There are students over there from all over the world, not just Geneva. And they teach all the Americans are here, Australians, New Zealanders, and so on. And of course, it is a school with a very high reputation. Now, have a look at your left side. You are seeing something written over there. It's written, and with the help, he came back to Geneva. He joined the group of 5 Genevians, and together they created this organization, which is today the International Red Cross and the Red Crescent. This part over here on the foreground in glass is the Museum of the Red Cross. You may go there any day, anytime, except Mondays. Mondays, all museum all over the world, because he was a traveler as well, and he dedicated this museum to his mother. And this is the reason why the museum is, look at the building, a neo-classical style building. Inside is even more beautiful. The ceilings are decorated with paintings and so on. That makes it so beautiful. Just look at this, dear ladies and gentlemen. And really, it is a very interesting place to visit. Now you will see on your left side the statue of Mr. Gandhi from India. This is a gift that was given to the United Nations by the Indian government right over there, and as a symbol of peace and friendship. And of course, this is the things that you would see where you put to the United Nations, because in the Museum of the United Nations, many countries give, all of them give gifts to the United Nations. And the gifts are very important, of values, historic values, traditional values, accents, and so on and so on. Now, dear ladies and gentlemen, what are we seeing? Are you seeing what I am seeing? Yes, you are. You are seeing the symbol of the United Nations, the broken chair. The broken chair is a 12 meters high chair in front of the main entrance of the United Nations, where you are going to see 193 flags representing all countries, members of the United Nations. And I'm sure your country's flags are there. The question is, can you find it? So let's go. Let's see whether you can find it. And of course, you have a 12 meters. Just walk around a little bit. After 5 minutes,
सारे फ्लैग हैं।
if you want to read about the broken chair, is there on the ground. It is in many different places.
लो जी बहुत वधिया गाइड किया है। हुण इत्थे 5 मिनट की सारी स्टॉप हैगी है। आ ये चेयर लगी बड़ी वड्डी। उधर लगे लो जी फोटो खिच्चन लगे हैं। सानू यूनाइटेड स्टेट तो आए नहीं, USA तो है पाकिस्तानी। लो जी पाकिस्तान तो ने वैसे USA सैट ने इत्थे घूमन आए ने। Yeah.
Just to get some sleep for all men.
ਲੋ ਜੀ ਬਰੋਕਨ ਚੇਅਰ ਬਰੋਕਨ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਜੇ ਆ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਜੀ ਹਵਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਜਿਨੇਵਾ ਦੀ ਬਰੋਕਨ ਚੇਅਰ
ਪ੍ਰਾਂਤਲ ਕੁਰਸੀ ਚੇਅਰ
ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਆਇਆ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਲੱਗਾ
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ
ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਾ ਘੁੰਮ ਲੈਣਾ ਤੂੰ ਹੈ ਲੋ ਜੀ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਯਾਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੁਣ ਲੇਕ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੇ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਹੁਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਕਲੂਡ ਤੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇਖੋ ਕੀ ਕੀ ਦਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਵਾਕਿੰਗ ਵਾਲਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਕੀ ਸੀ ਬਸ ਚ ਆ ਗਏ ਅਸੀਂ
ਬੈਠੀ
ਚੱਲੇ ਅਗਲੇ ਸਟਾਪ ਵੱਲ
Okay, if everybody is there, dear ladies and gentlemen, so just look at this beautiful day. And this street over here is called the Peace Avenue. Peace because of the United Nations. You know that the United Nations is an organization for the establishment of peace around the world. So they decided to give this here on your left side. You are going to see, there are 3 of them. We saw 2, and this is the last one. But it is a very large space. I mean, the United Nations is not a small space. There are several buildings over there, not just the one you saw there. 3 or 4 more are there. And here, this green building is the World Meteorological Organization. The World Meteorological Organization is this green building over here, which is really green, like the color it has. At the roof of the building, you are going to see solar panels, which constitutes the source of energy for this building. 1951 is the time when it was created, mainly to do studies, to study the weather, the climate change, the warming of the planet, and all these geophysics initiated. But it was not the only one, and it was not created here at the beginning. It was somewhere else in the Bastions Park. We are going to drive through the Bastions Park because it is there where the monument, children, and so on. And on your left side, you are seeing one of the most important international organizations of the world, the World Trade Organization. The WTO is this colossal, magnificent building over there, which is of course a very interesting one. The WTO was created in 1945, but it came to Geneva in 1947. And when it came to Geneva, the name would not be the World Trade Organization. There was another name. The other name would be GATT, G-A-T-T. And GATT stands for Uruguay Round, is a conference that took place in Uruguay, organized by the WTO. And of course, since then, Uruguay is a small country, in South America. It has like the pearl of the lake because the lake is over there. It is smaller than the botanical garden, but it is so important. There is a museum over there, the Museum of the Heart of Science. And most of all, there is a nice, but very nice restaurant over there, dear ladies and gentlemen. At this time, you will see people eating outside and enjoying the beauty of the lake. Can you see the mountains over there? These mountains, the white icy mountains you are seeing, are the mountains that constitute the chain of the Alps. When someone speaks to you about the Alps, these are part of the Alps. Actually, the Alps is a very long chain. It starts from the Czech Republic, Germany, is located, and its name Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc is the highest one, 4,810 meters high, 15,787 feet high, dearly. It is there. Well, you are seeing, but you are not seeing Mont Blanc, dear ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go there, ask Orlando, our driver. He is going there afterwards. When he will leave us, he will be going to Mont Blanc. And of course, it is there where the people go. Most of the tourists who come to Geneva, they go to Chamonix to see Mont Blanc. It is the highest mountain. You will never forget about it, dear ladies. It is a very nice view from Mont Salem. Now, you are seeing this lake. I will speak to you about this lake later on. But before I initiated this organization, Mr. Woodrow Wilson. Mr. Woodrow Wilson was the president of the United States in 1919. That was the time when the League of Nations was created. And the EU, the WHO, and many others started to arrive in Geneva following the League of Nations. Today, this building is no longer part of the League of Nations. And you know that the League of Nations was created to prevent another war. It was after the World War I, called today the United Nations. We can say that the League of Nations is the mother of the United Nations. And today this building is the United Nations Office for Human Rights. It is no longer the League of Nations. Now, dear ladies and gentlemen, please have a look at your left side. You are seeing the beauty of Geneva. You are seeing the symbol of Geneva. Please, please, please immortalize the water fountain. Please, our country will not believe if you do not have a picture of this. They will not believe you are in Geneva. They'll say, hey Gabriel, were you in Geneva? Yes, I was in Geneva. Show us something from Geneva. Oh, I forgot to have a picture. Oh, no. You cannot work. Internet, postcards and everything, you will see the water fountain. Although it is not the highest water fountain of the world, 140 meters, which is the equivalent of 4. We like sharing things. I mean, the Genevans are very democratic. They like sharing everything. Geneva Airport, for instance, we share it. And you know with whom, dear ladies and gentlemen? No, you would not know. Yes, we do share it with France, dear ladies. Thank you very much, sir. And the same way, the mountains you are seeing there, Mont Chalem, we share it with France. And lake. The lake, what is the name of the lake? Lake Geneva? No, it is not Lake Geneva, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is Lake Leman. Lake Leman, we share Lake Leman with France as well. And please, sometimes you can see the colors of the rainbow from the water fountain, but unfortunately now it is not there. And oh yes, I can see a little bit of it. Can you see it? Oh, how beautiful it is, dear ladies and gentlemen. So immortalize it, please, dear ladies and gentlemen. And here we are. And now we are crossing this bridge, and on your left side you have the English Garden where the flower clock is. Can you see the flower clock? The people are there taking pictures, and behind you have a small restaurant, La Potinière, which is a very good place for snacks and sandwiches and so on. But now just appreciate the flower clock, a masterpiece made by the government of Geneva and the #1 watchmaker of Geneva. Would you happen to know who is the #1 watchmaker of Rolex? No, dear sir. It was Rolex long time ago, but now Rolex is a bit overcome from another one. Is there another one? No, it is very good names, but it is not. Here, on your right side. Patek Philippe.
Oh, really?
He is the #1, dear ladies and gentlemen. He is the one who gave the clock to the city, and the city provided the flowers. Valentino, can you see Valentino? Just look inside Valentino. Nobody there, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is an empty place because you are in the most expensive street of Geneva and the second most expensive street of Switzerland, dear ladies and gentlemen. Rue du Rhône, the Rhône street after the name of this river, the River Rhône. Here, on your left side, this square over here is called the Molar Square. You can see it is crowded, so many people. You may come here to have a very good dinner or to eat something or drink something. It is there. Spend your money in a reasonable way in the Molar Square. Do not spend your fortune here in Rue du Rhône, because Rue du Rhône is a disgrace for the people, the average people of Geneva. When we come here, we are just dreaming, but we will not buy anything, just window shopping like these people coming here. Because here is the place that would take you to bankruptcy, dear ladies and gentlemen. And since we do not like bankruptcy, so we avoid coming here. Dear ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the first part of our tour. We are now going to walk to the little train, and the little train will take us to the old town. Please do not forget, do not leave anything belonging to you in this bus. We are not coming back to this.
ਹੁਣ ਬੱਸ ਤੋਂ ਉਤਾਰਤਾ, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਤੇ ਟੂਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਵੋਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਰੂਮ ਜਾਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ। ਬਾਕੀ ਬਣੇ ਰਹੋ ਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਦਾ ਟੂਰ ਦੇਖਿਓ ਮੜਿਆ। ਹੁਣ ਛੋਟੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਤੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ।
Please, let's go to the little train.
ट्रेन पे जाऊँगे लिटिल ट्रेन। रोलेक्स इत्थे दी है ब्रांड। ट्रेन तो दिखाणगे सानू हौली हौली। होती नहीं जी। लो जी देखो जिनेवा। ये क्या लो जी देख लो वो रंग निकलते ने सतरंगी पी कहते साडे सानू उत्ते सानू वड्डा फुहारा है वार्ड का जैट फाउंटेन। ਇਹਦਾ नाम है जैट फाउंटेन। जैट फाउंटेन ना ਇਹਦਾ रोलेक्स ਇੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਹੈ घड़ियां वाला देश। आहो लो जी वधिया दा मौसम ठंडा है इत्थे थोड़े लागे लेक दे ते सही है। यही चीज़ां तो थोड़े बहुते घूमने वालियां। बाकी पहाड़ी इलाके ते ओहदे वास्ते साढ़े कोल टाइम नहीं हैगा ते ना ही जा सकदे ना ही उन्होंने जान देना बंद किया है। ट्रेन से बैठांगे।
वो जो लोकेशन है ना वो प्रॉब्लम हो गया। वो चाइना, इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, अफगानिस्तान, इंडिया से तो बनता है लेकिन वो सब हो सकता है। बाकी कनेक्टिविटी के लिए जो है ना वो लेकर हुआ है।
Society of Train and Tramway Tours.
हम तो पूरा वॉकिंग किया।
Jimmy Choo, Jimmy Choo, Jimmy Choo,
surrounds the canton of Geneva. The canton's surface area is 282 kilometers square. The city is 2 kilometers around. The widest point is 13 kilometers, and the lake is 350 meters deep. Sa surface est de 582 km².
चांगल्या गोष्टी आहेत पण आम्ही मेनली नातेवाईक म्हणून गेलो.
Commander-in-Chief of the Swiss Army, founded a military academy, modernized the country's defenses, reconstructed Geneva's ports and quays, taught hydrology, geodesy,
रहमत तेरे वास्ते
en 1783. Aujourd'hui, les bastions constituent une promenade dendrologique, partie de la botanique qui traite des arbres.
पार्क है बहुत पुरानी
University of Geneva was built in
बहुत
1872.
पुरानी है 1872 है ये बिल्डिंग हुई है दी
It
ये
also
बिल्डिंग
has
ये टीले भी
the Rue de Reformateur, the Rue of the Reformer, to commemorate the Reformation. The idea came with the 400th anniversary of Calvin's birth. This monument, which is more than 100 meters long, represents the condensed history of the Calvinist Reformation in several countries all over the world. In the center, you see a group of four principal reformers: Farel, Calvin, Moore, in Neo-Greek style. À votre gauche,
1821 ਦੀ ਬਣੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ 1821 ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਸਟਰੀਟ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੈ ਰਨ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਸਿਟੀ
On your right side, Place Bourg du Fort, from the left to right, forward, is surrounded by houses with narrow facades and typical architecture. Place Bourg du Fort, Duniya, intégrée dans les embrasses des étoiles, une architecture typique, ancienne.
ओल्ड सिटी ओल्ड स्ट्रीट है सारा पुरानी स्ट्रीट है
Saint-Pierre. It's a British fountain which gave its name to the street where it is situated. And for a long time served as an arsenal, hence its name.
24 ਚ ਬਣਿਆ
Today it houses the archives of Geneva. It's from the 16th and 17th centuries. The oldest part, the Boundary Tower, was constructed in 1455. And l'autre group
ਲੋਈ ਚੱਲੇ ਹਾਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਡ੍ਰੌਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੈਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੋਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੋਟਲ 'ਚ ਇਹ ਚੰਗੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ
Two small streets come together at this point, dedicated to the two Swiss heroes, William Tell, the symbol of independence, and Winkelried, hero.
ਦੇਖ ਲਓ
Oh, there? Or in Bel Air or in the station?
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
sir. Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
ਲਓ ਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਰੌਣਕਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਚੱਲੇ ਆ ਹੋਟਲ 'ਚ ਲਓ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਰੂਮ 'ਚ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਪਏ ਆ ਤੁਰ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਟੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੁਣ ਕੁਝ ਖਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਦੈਨ ਰੈਸਟ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ 7 ਵਜ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਹਨੇਰਾ ਪੈਣ ਵਾਲਾ। ਲੋ ਜੀ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਜੀ, ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਡਿਨਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ, ਹੁਣ ਉੱਥੇ ਚੱਲੇ ਆ। ਗਾਂਧੀ ਕੈਫੇ ਹੈ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ, ਤੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਬੰਦੇ ਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਓਨਰ, ਤੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਜੋਬ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਹਾਂਜੀ ਲੋ ਜੀ, ਆ ਹੈ ਕੰਟਰੀ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਸਹੀ ਹੈ। आओ, मैं काफ़ी जने आओ, फैमिली का मैंबर आन, फिर ज़्यादा नज़ारा। ਜਾਂ दो मुंडे कुड़ियाँ होन, मुंडे होन तां। लो जी, अपना स्टाइलिश इंडियन थाली आ गई है। सत श्री अकाल भाई, की हाल है? हाँ जी, ठीक है भाई। साढ़े पूरे नाल दे साढ़े ओल्ड भारत तो भाजी ਵਧੀਆ ਭਾਈ, ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਹੈ ਵੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੇ। ਲਓ ਜੀ, ਆ ਗਏ ਰੂਮ 'ਚ, ਆਪਾਂ ਡਿਨਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਹਾਂ। ਉਹ ਮਾੜਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਕਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਕੁ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਮਾਨ ਲੈ ਲਈ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਨਾਲ, ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਾ, ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਸੀ, ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੈਸ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਇਹਨੇ, ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸੀ, ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਐਕਸਟਰਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਦਹੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਡੱਬੀ 'ਚ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਰੋਟੀ ਐਕਸਟਰਾ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਭਾਈ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਆਏਗਾ, ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਾ। ਮੈਂ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਲਿੱਤਾ ਭਾਈ ਦਾ, ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਕਦੀ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ। ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੋਪਫੁਲੀ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਆਵੇਗਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ, ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਲੈ ਸਕਦਾ। ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਮਤਲਬ। ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਮਿਲਿਓ, ਮਿਲਦੇ ਰਹੋ, ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ। ਬਾਕੀ ਬਣੇ ਰਹੋ, ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ। ਤੇ ਆਹ ਵਲੋਗ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਐਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ। ਲਾਈਕ ਕਰਿਓ, ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਿਓ, ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਲਿਓ। ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਵਲੋਗ 'ਚ।